Ye to the higgity ha, my nieces and nephews. It's your old certified freak, 7 days a week, fun uncle, back at it again with some cryptocurrency and NFT news. And with all this doom and gloom and uncertainty in the crypto markets, there's one thing I'm certain of, and that is play to earn games. That's right, NFT games, DeFi games, call them what you want. They are here to stay. And if that sounds good to you, stay tuned for the rest of this episode. That is riggedy right, my nieces and nephews. Today's episode is all about play to earn games. Now, with all of this uncertainty in the market, I was thinking to myself, well, what's something that is kind of bear market proof? I don't want to say we're about to head into a bear market, but what is something that will be a better hedge of your bets moving forward if things are going to be kind of red and negative moving forward this year? I don't want to say that's happening, but this is something that's kind of an undeniable force right now in the crypto / NFT space, are these play to earn games where not only is the NFT itself an asset class that will increase in value, that is a store of value, but at the same time, you participating in the game yields you daily income. You can actually make money from playing these games. And there are whole industries of gaming guilds that are coming out of this market right now that are trying to support scholars to play these games to make money. And I think it's absolutely fabulous. I know so many people who have played World of Warcraft, who have played FIFA, who have played Call of Duty, who have dumped thousands of dollars into skins and customizable guns and etc. And they never got any yield back from it. And so we are now entering this new paradigm of gaming where you can actually yield real world money for your participation in a game, which I think is the next incredible evolution in gaming and is a significant stepping stone to the inevitable Web3 that's ahead of us. Now, without further ado, let me dive into 5 play-to-earn games that I think you should look out for. Starting with Axie Infinity. This one is the biggest player in town. If you've been living under a rock, you probably missed it. It has a market cap of $3 billion, and there's an average of 120,000 daily gamers using this. Every single day, 120,000 people playing this game. This is absolutely crazy. Axie Infinity promises to deliver and expand further and is one to watch for 2022. Keep your eyes out for Axie Infinity. The next one is DeFi Kingdoms is challenging Axie Infinity for that #1 spot with its play to earn and NFT gaming on the Harmony One blockchain. According to data from DApp Radar, a decentralized finance activity tracker, the number of users in DeFi Kingdoms has grown more than 300% in the last month. Also, the number of transactions in the network has more than doubled at the same time, reaching $7.32 million. DeFi Kingdoms is one to keep on your radar. You do not want to miss out on this. Next on the list is Illuvium, a AAA game with absolutely incredible graphics. It is an Ethereum-based game that is just cutting edge in every way. It is enjoying meteoric rise in terms of trading volume, users, and transactions. Illuvium is an open-world role-playing video game where players seek to capture deity-like beings called alluvials throughout large and diverse environments. They're currently in beta testing, and they plan to launch the game in the first quarter of this year, 2022. Put your binoculars on and get ready for Illuvium to take the world by storm. Next up is The Sandbox. If those of you who are big Snoop Doggy fans, you might have seen him participating in the Sandbox with his own world. Sand, the native token, has increased more than 10,000% in the last year and now trades at $3.77. Due to the platform's rapid expansion, more gamers are turning to the service, which offers free software for players and producers to create and develop gaming assets and experience on the platform itself. This is another one of those incredible games where you can make passive income from participating and interacting with other players in the space. The Sandbox is something you really want to dig into, my friends. Get your shovels out because the Sandbox is not something you want to miss out on. And last but not least is Guilds of Guardians. This is the first layer 2 solution developed on Ethereum that focuses on NFTs. It's a free-to-play mobile role-playing game based on P2E concepts to increase accessibility. The project's NFT founding sale and token launch generated approximately $10 million in volume, making it a popular choice for gamers and investors. The Guilds of Guardian token, the ERC20 token known as gems within the game, were launched October of 2021. In-game minting and market interaction are made possible via gems, which players acquire while playing. In closing, these games are something you do not want to miss out on. Honestly, when I think about all of the mobile games, those microtransaction games that are making billions and billions of dollars, and it seems like there's new mobile games coming out every single day that don't pay you, we had this whole new paradigm of games coming out that will pay you. That will, and that is just such a no-brainer for me, that you should just start, focusing on it, investing your funds into it. This seems like one of those things that if the market is to slip into a bearish trend for the rest of this year, this is one of those things that like people are going to be looking for ways to make money. People are going to lose a lot of money if the market slides into red and we go into a bear market. People will be really scrambling to find ways to make back their losses. And I think this is truly a slam dunk for everyone. Pick up your phone, get on your PC, download these games, start getting entwined, pick your poison, whether it's the Sandbox or Axie Infinity. There are ways for you to participate today. And if you are short on cash, and you don't have the money to buy some of these expensive NFTs, and some of them are, can be up to a couple $1,000s each, don't worry. There are scholarship programs where play-to-earn guilds will give you access to their arsenal of NFTs for a share of the profits. Some people split it 50-50, some 70-30. It really depends on, which guild you want to play with, right? And which some guilds have more assets, of course, so that corresponds with a higher percentage that they take from you. So it really just boils down to what kind of gains you're interested in making in the short term and what kind of long-term plays you want to make in participating with one of these play-to-earn guilds. But long story short, this is such a sleeping giant. This is a glimmer on the horizon that will soon become a solar flare. I don't know how else to package it for you guys other than keep your eyes out for play-to-earn games. There's not a lot of AAA games yet. I'd say Illuvium is one of the few that looks really impressive, that's got some, cutting-edge polygon usage, if you know what I'm saying. But just imagine in the future when, we've got Halos or Call of Duties or FIFAs or Maddens that are all participating in the same play-to-earn style, where you just participating in the game will earn you real world money, that you're not having to sell assets on the black market to get your money back. You can actually withdraw from within the game and put it back into your bank account. I think that is massive. And once the majority of the population catches on to this fact, it'll just be exponential growth from here on out. I really think that the reason this hasn't exploded the way it should is just people aren't aware. There's so much stigma attached to NFTs and cryptocurrency as a whole that people write it off before they actually do their full due diligence. So for those of you who are watching this, you are in the elite top 5, maybe top 1% of users who get it, who are willing to do the research, and you are going to be able to ride this wave into astronomical new all-time highs. Speaking of NFTs, let's diggity-riggity dump on into some NFT news, starting with Blockbuster is preparing to enter cryptos and NFTs. I wanted to lead with this one because it was cracking me up. I thought they were dead. I honestly thought Blockbuster was dead and they completely didn't exist anymore, but turns out Dish Network owns Blockbuster, and they are willing to throw some haymakers in the 11th hour to keep things going. So Blockbuster, now a subsidiary of Dish Network, has filed a trademark application claiming that this is going to be hilarious. So they're going to have their own marketplace for selling cryptocurrencies and NFTs and a metaverse environment. That's hilarious. I'm not necessarily going to put any of my money into this, but this is kind of it's like finding out that Betty White is alive again. You know, something that you like, was put in the morgue 10 years ago, and now you're hearing like, oh my God, Blockbuster's alive. It's like Tupac's alive. Elvis is still alive. That's what it felt like for me when I saw this. Like, Blockbuster is still around. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I just wanted to lead with this one. It really cracked me up. But the real news here is the search volume for NFT overtakes crypto for the first time in history. It's very telling, you know, that there's not a correlation between the two. Like, traditionally, you would think like, well, the crypto markets are going down and people are starting to jump ship from the crypto markets. You think that NFTs would have the same kind of reaction, but no. The NFTs are continuing to boom up while crypto is going down. And I think the conversation might be that there are more use cases for NFTs than there are just general cryptocurrencies, and or the barrier to entry for NFTs is far less than it is for crypto on both ends. So if you wanted to create an NFT, it is extraordinarily easy to do with OpenSea and Rarible, whereas if you wanted to make your own cryptocurrency, that involves far more significant hoops you have to jump through in order to make that happen. Simultaneously, if you want to buy some cryptocurrencies, generally, and especially some of the higher end ones, that's going to cost you a lot of money. And then whereas NFTs, you know, subtract CryptoPunks and Bored Apes from the conversation, NFTs are fairly reasonably priced. It's like you're just buying some artwork from an artist. You know, it's not that astronomically expensive, and you have a visual element to it that you can kind of represent the fact that you have it. I don't know many people that can show their cryptocurrency balances on their Twitter profile page, but you can show your NFT portfolio on your Twitter page and Instagram pages far more conveniently without seeming like a douche. I think it would be pretty douchey if people started posting their crypto balances on social media. But if you show your NFT collections, that's, oh, how fine, like a fabulous fine wine, and arrivederci and fancy words. Monthly trading volume reaches all-time high of $6 billion in January. Monthly volume grew 129% relative to December. Oh my God, this is supersonically huge. And again, I bring this up every single episode, that the whole NFT space is maybe $50 billion. You know, like let's call it $100 billion, right? That wouldn't be in the top 25 of tokens if it was an individual cryptocurrency. So all NFTs combined are only $50 to $100 billion. That tells me there's a lot of room to grow. We've only just begun. The sky is the limits for the whole NFT space. And I think we're going to continue to see trends like this in the future. $6 billion in January. Let's make it 12 in February, all right? My nieces and nephews, get out there and stock up on NFTs while you can. Land grants, the first ever real-world crypto island, offers a piece of the South Pacific paradise. If you ever want to own a piece of paradise, you can now with NFTs. I'm also reminded of how you can own a piece of like Ireland or Scotland, right? Like you get a 1 foot by 1 foot or 1 meter by 1 meter, I don't know, metrics, and you get to become a lord or something like that. I think the same thing here is just like, I own an island in the South Pacific, honey, you know, and they find out it's just an NFT. But anyways, until then, I think this is pretty cool. Real world use case, off-chain data being put into NFTs. Satoshi Island is what they're going to call this. A sustainable society establishing self on an island in the South Pacific. This is very bigly news. I'm excited to see this. And again, more use cases for NFTs than just profile pictures. This is big stuff here. This is bigly time stuff. And the world's first museum for non-fungible tokens in Seattle, my hometown. Let's go Seattle. Ooh, 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 ooh. For those of you who don't know, I'm coming to you guys from North Seattle. I'm a Seattle native. This is how Seattleites sound. This is what they sound like. And so I love it. that Seattle is got to have the first NFT museum. We're pretty progressive. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Seattle, we're pretty on the cutting edge. As I smell my own fart, like, it smells like weed here mostly. But what people don't know about Seattle, or don't really realize about Seattle, is it's really small. There's only about 700,000 people that live in Seattle, and now I'm talking about the greater Seattle area is about 700,000 people. Very, very small. I think the whole state is like 3 to 6 million people or something like that. And so like LA County is bigger than Washington State is. And so within this very small, close-knit community of people, right? 700,000 people, you have all of Amazon headquarters, all of Microsoft headquarters, Nordstrom's, Boeing, Starbucks headquarters is here. I know I'm missing a bunch of them, but the intellectual wealth here is absolutely insane. And then to have all of these people being interested in NFTs enough to open their own museum, I think this is hugely bigly. While Miami is trying to be the city of cryptocurrencies, Seattle is trying to be the city of NFTs, and you can see that here with our first museum. And it wouldn't be Fun Uncle without some cryptocurrency news, and specifically the White House to pursue crypto regulation as a matter of national security. Oh, Big Daddy White House is afraid, huh? The White House is getting scared of cryptocurrencies, huh? I think this is bigly news, everybody, because before, when Bitcoin had a really small market cap, the Fed and the White House were like, don't worry about it. I'm unconcerned with it. And now they're being like, national security issue. That is big news, kind of bullish news for cryptocurrency. The fact that even the White House is just like, we need to regulate this. This is getting out of hand. It's too big. This is scary. And so all those libertarians out there are just like, checkmate. This is excellent news. Bitcoin is scaring the White House. It's working, people. It's working. And so this might be, short-term bearish news, but long-term bullish news. Regulation is a necessary evil. We're going to need a little bit of that in order to move to newer all-time highs. But in the interim, I think this is great. We're going to find out what news comes out of the White House, what regulations they are going to put on cryptocurrencies. But at the end of the day, the fact that the White House thinks this is a national security issue means that Bitcoin is doing exactly what it said it would do. And maybe everyone should buy the dip. Not financial advice here, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin carbon emission is 50 times lower than that of aviation. So for all of those people out there are saying that like Bitcoin is bad for the environment, like, can we talk about cruise ships? Okay. Can we talk about planes? Can we talk about fracking? Can we talk about cows, like the methane emission from cows? I think that it's kind of unnecessary to point such a negative gaze at Bitcoin when we have so many other massive polluters in the space. And what's more is Bitcoin is trying to transition away from mining and into a proof of stake. I can't remember what it's called. I got COVID, guys. Give me a break, all right? I got a little COVID going on here. But the fact that there are thousands of planes every single day that are flying empty planes are flying in the skies just so they can reserve their spots at particular airports. I think that we really shouldn't be too worried about the emissions from Bitcoin. Everybody, maybe look to the skies for those emissions issues, people. Anthony Scaramucci, scary guy Mucci over here, says it could hit $500,000 in 5 years. What this tells me is Scaramucci has a fat bag of Bitcoin and he's trying to pump the price right now. By telling people, don't be scared of the bearish trends. This is a long-term play, which I agree with him. I think $500,000 is a pie in the sky dream. I would say maybe half that, 200,000 is maybe a realistic goal. That's what happened all this year. If everyone remembers that $100,000, Bitcoin's going to hit $100,000. That's what people were saying all year. And I too was one of those people. I was drinking the Kool-Aid at the beginning of last year, being like, Bitcoin to 100,000, Ethereum's going to 10,000. I checked the tape. I was doing the same thing. And I will admit when I was wrong too, because what I realized last year is that it's a little bit of misdirection. The magicians want you looking over here at this hand when really this hand is what's going on, and so whenever they've convinced you, they brainwashed you to think like, oh, I'm not selling till 100,000, I'm not selling till 100,000. That's when the whales are like, sell at 70,000. 70,000 is when we sell, and all those stupid idiots are going to keep holding, thinking that it's going to hit 100,000. So the same song and dance is happening over here, where he's brainwashing us to believe that $500,000 is the number to plan for. Don't sell until 500,000. You'll be a fool if you sell before 500,000, while Scaramucci and the rest of his devil demons are going to sell at probably 200,000 or something like that, and leave all you holding the bag. So keep that in mind. But I think the general news to take away from this is just good stuff. Like Bitcoin is going to hit higher highs and higher highs in the coming years. And 100,000 is definitely possible. We saw it. It is possible. The fact that it hit 70,000 means that 100,000 isn't, isn't a crazy idea, honestly. But yeah, this year is very interesting what's going on right now. And I don't want to speak too much about it. We've got COVID playing into things. Politics are playing into things. Russia and the war in Ukraine are playing into things. It honestly seems like we could have hit $100,000 a coin if we didn't have all of this once-in-a-lifetime stuff happening, Like there are so many once-in-a-lifetime things occurring this year, from COVID to potential World War III to the freaking March on the Capitol, the insurrection, like Donald Trump being president, like all these really crazy things happened that really stifled the potential of Bitcoin. Yet we still made it to 70,000, So I think that's just incredible, that the kind of momentum that this whole group, this whole, what do you want to call it? This whole organization, this decentralized organization we have here, is able to pull off even with so much headwind. It's incredible. 33 fintech experts predict the end of the year at 76K. Conservative, they think so. Oh, so Scaramucci saying 500. These are saying 200,000. Okay, about 406 by 2030. Again, I could continue to do the same narrative if they want you to look at one price when really they're selling at another. This is a long-term play. I would say anyone who's accumulating right now, just remember that this is a 4 to 5 year play. You will make a significant amount of money if you can just buy it and then stop looking at it for a couple years. Like go on and live your life. Be daily cost averaging, and by the people that are doing the best in these markets are ones that buy a small amount every Monday or a medium amount at the beginning of every month. Just pick a time whenever your paycheck comes in, what's an appropriate amount to take out of your paycheck every month or every week, and put it into assets that you believe in, not financial advice. Crypto credit card usage reaches $2.5 billion in Q1. Bigly news, just hugely bigly stuff. The whole idea with cryptocurrency is just to upend the financial markets. And, if we can take over the store of value and take over the means of exchange, aka Visa, I think that is just massive steps in the right direction. $2.5 billion. Still a lot of room to grow. Not a lot of people using them. I think it's great that your balance on these credit cards can continue to grow. 70% of all crypto card volume throughout fiscal 2021, signaling an increase in adoption of digital asset payments. Massively bigly times stuff here, guys. This is hugely huge. Hugely bigly times 5. Binance becomes the only coin with positive performance as crypto market bleeds. That's what you really should be doing during the bear market, is keeping an eye on the coins that do not fall the hardest, that weather the fall better than other coins, right? And so whenever you see, Shiba coin falling by 80, 90%, right? Remember that, okay? When you see Dogecoin falling by 80, 90%, remember that, okay? But then at the same time, when you see Binance coin outperforming other coins during a bearish trend, remember that. Like you want to, when there's blood on the streets, find the piece of property that's got the least blood on it, and buy that one. And so from this article alone, not financial advice, Binance Coin is making some better headwind in the storm currently. And so there are other coins I'm looking at, like Phantom, like Cosmos, call sign Atom, that have weathered this fall pretty well. And the other one is Bitcoin. Usually when coins start dropping, Bitcoin faces the least headwind as well. But according to this, Binance Coin is doing a little bit better than Bitcoin is. Bill introduced to make Bitcoin legal tender in Arizona. Well, hot in the city. The desert is looking up. They are adopting cryptocurrency. More bigly time, hugely news, everybody. Hugely big time. To have it as a currency in Arizona. I remember New York is trying to do the same thing. Miami's trying to do the same thing, following suit with El Salvador, and a lot of the third world countries are doing the same thing. Just trends to come. We're going to see Bitcoin as legal tender throughout the country in the next 5 to 10 years. And this is just one of those many stepping stones towards that path. Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy spends a cool $29 million. I wouldn't tell everyone to do what Portnoy does. I wouldn't say he's a role model, but that is good news that people are buying this dip. Big players in the space, money movers and shakers that are not shape-shifting lizard elite yet are buying this dip. And so that is kind of good news. That is encouraging to hear that I have COVID, guys. This sucks. I'm like really dragging at the end of this here, but I'm going to make it to the end. I'm going to make it through this episode. Dave Portnoy buying 29 Bitcoin is just big news. I think that everyone's buying the dip. For those of you who are scared and contemplating panic selling, don't. Just, when in doubt, don't do anything. When in doubt, just patience, honestly, and stick to strategies that win, which are daily cost averaging. And I guess 29 Bitcoin is just a cool daily cost average for Dave Portnoy. 29 Bitcoin, that's just a piece of his paycheck, So don't go buying the farm, but buy a reasonable conservative amount that you will be able to, not feel too guilty about if things go down, and feel really smart about when things go up. Last but not least is my favorite part of the show, where we kick it in the LADZ City Lounge COVID style. That's right. Thank God we are socially distanced, because I'd be giving you COVID right now. I got it, and it's pretty real. It's pretty real in the field, everybody. But that's neither here nor there. I want to talk about LADZ City Lounge, which is pretty dope. I love LADZ City. It is a community that has been extraordinarily good to me. It is packed full of really enthusiastic, fun, and like-minded cryptocurrency enthusiasts. And I would encourage everyone watching this to join the Discord. Honestly, it is so awesome in the Discord. We are always chucking it up. Encouraging people. We've got awesome people like DJ Savage, who throws down on LADZ City Radio every single Friday. I want to make sure I give him a huge shout out, because he has been consistent like an MFer. This guy brings it. He brings the heat. And I also want to give a shout out to Llama666, one of the best moderators in the biz, maybe edging out Hash Rhymes for the number one spot. Hash Rhyme's still number one, but Llama is one of the best in the business. Pretty awesome dude. And other people I want to give a shout out in our Discord are none other than the Art Start Now crew. They have been bringing the heat consistently. They are awesome. This is Gifted, Lola Menthol, Whoa Boy, Heroes in the mix. Some of my favorite people. They're super fun, and I love them. They're really great people, and you can check them out in the LADZ City Discord and on the LADZ City YouTube page. You do not want to miss the last episode. Came out yesterday. You know what's missing, where they played an NFT game where they were trying to pick out what was missing from some NFTs in the space. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers here. Like, I gotta maybe get out of here before I give away too many spoilers, people. But really, the last thing I do whenever I talk about the Discord on the show is I talk about my lad of the week. I go through, pull out my comb, I pull out my weave comb, and I start chroming through the whole Discord. I go up, down, left side, and center, and I go, who is a LADZ City person who's been an extra laddie lad today? Who do I think deserves to be the LADZ City lad of the week? I'm going to give him a little shout out on the show. And I'm going to airdrop some tokens. Who is it that has been supersonically cruel, has been super maximum chill 5,000, and this week was someone who seriously was long overdue. This is someone who has been in the chat consistently and honest to God has been a runner-up multiple weeks. Whenever I have been picking LADZ City Lad of the Weeks, this person has always been in the running, has always been the number 2 or number 3 person, and has always been edged out by someone else. And so truly, this has been a long time coming, and I'm super stoked to give you the award. Gib, you have really, seriously, you have been there every single week. You have been encouraging people, being super fun in the main chat, the event chat. You're showing up to everything and saying super encouraging words all the time. And so Gib, thank you for just being you, honestly. And I'm so sorry you haven't won it sooner than this. It truly has been because there's just been other people who are doing more and larger things. And so I'm sorry, but it is your time. You know, it is long overdue, Gib. Gib? It's Gib. I'm going to stick with Gib. Jib? No, it's Gib. You win City Lad of the Week. So thank you. I am going to airdrop you some tokens in the Discord here shortly. And for all of you watching for the first time, join the Discord. Be contributing, be shouting people out, be the change you want to see in the world, and I will shout you out on my show, give you the LADZ City Lad of the Week award, and airdrop you some tokens. No tomfoolery. I do it every single week, and I'm going to keep it going until they lock me up or COVID puts me in the grave. Okay. The next thing I got to talk about is we have another town hall coming up here in LADZ City. Everyone who's a part of the Discord, you do not want to miss the town hall. It is Tuesday, February 1st, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, noon Pacific Standard Time. You do not want to miss this town hall where we are being completely transparent. All of us on the leadership are going to be there talking, yucking it up, answering your questions. You can join us on stage where we can actually hear your voice and you can actually in real time talk back to us. This is real. The last one we did in January was a huge success. So we decided it was so successful. We decided we're going to keep doing it. And this is exclusive just to our Discord members. We open up a stage on the Discord. We're going to share video this time. It won't be, last time it was just audio. We're going to incorporate video this time too. And you don't want to miss it. This is great. Tuesday, February 1st, 3 p.m. Eastern. You heard it here first on the Fun Uncle Show. I'll be there. Nifty Q will be there. Llama will be there. Anyone who's there, everyone who's, if you're not there, you're going to be square. You don't want to be octagonalized, people. All right. You want to be there or be cubed, four-dimensionally style. All right, everybody. And lastly, I can't believe I want to thank everybody who was really sweet to me whenever they found out I had COVID. I had to cancel a bunch of stuff this week because I was just like a corpse in bed. Like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I could not get out of bed. I was like hyping myself up to get a DoorDash order. No joke. It really took it out of me. I got a really powerful version of it. I don't know why it hit me harder than it hits most people. But I really want to thank everybody who said really nice, encouraging things to me in the Discord, who sent me really sweet messages while I was sick. And that really meant a lot. So I want to thank you, everybody who was rooting for me when I was going through it. So thank you 10,000 times over. I am going to make it. I think I'm through the worst of it. And diamonds are forged under pressure, you know? True heroes are made in the crucible. And I am just going to keep my head up and keep trucking along. I got a sore throat and a headache, and I made it through today's episode. Let's go. I made it, everybody. I made it. And so if I could do this, I can do anything. And I want to close by talking about my NFTs. With the prices being down on OpenSea, these NFTs are on sale. All of them are still available for my $500 in Ethereum prizes. And to unpack it further, I'm gonna play for you the in-depth NFT description video now. The Fun Uncle League Loungers are 200 unique tropical-themed NFTs that are packed full of unlockable content. Access to exclusive events, airdrops of free NFTs, and a digital download of my first book, Fun Uncle: Common Sense for the Greater Good. But I know why you're all really here. You want to hear about the $500 in Ethereum prizes I'm making available to my true die-hard fans. And all you gotta do is follow the links within the unlockable content, and you'll find a series of riddles. First one to solve any one of these riddles and email me the answer, you're going to win the prize. I'm making 5 of these prizes available between now and NFT Las Vegas, March 22nd through the 25th. Now, if money is tight, don't worry, because I'll be giving away free NFTs on my Twitter page throughout the contest dates that are also available for prizes. What's more is all of you who continue to hold my NFTs will have an opportunity to win a free airdrop of my next batch of NFTs in the second quarter of this year. If this project is a success, I will continue to grow the prize pool as we go. Hop on over to OpenSea today, and I look forward to seeing you all at NFT Las Vegas this March.